Hey guys, this is Frozen Things to Use here, and welcome back to another video. And today, let's talk about my second favorite show of all time, Cobra Kai. Because today, Cobra Kai season 4 turns 1 year old, and and you all know how much I love Cobra Kai. In fact, I use Cobra Kai clips a lot, like when it comes to reaction videos and stuff. But that's the reason why, because I love Cobra Kai. Stranger Things is still my favorite show, but Cobra Kai is a very close second. This show really resonates with me. Karate is my favorite sport. I do karate a lot, as a and this show not only resonates with me doing karate, but also like it can resonate with you guys on a personal life as well, because they manage to make these characters as relatable as possible. And so with Cobra Kai season 4 turning 1 year old, which by the way, yeah, I will definitely rewatch. I'll probably rewatch the finale of Cobra Kai for its 1 year anniversary. Um, let's do a Cobra Kai related ranking list. Now, my original video was supposed to be my top 10 favorite Cobra Kai characters. Unfortunately, I hate the video how it turned out. When I recorded that video on my vacation, but then when I was gonna edit it, I realized that I screwed up. There's something wrong with it. Like for example, I skipped one of the numbers and I went from one number to like two numbers and stuff like that. I hate it, so I thought, and I can't show it if I hated the video that I make. I can't show it. So instead of doing top 10 favorite Cobra Kai characters, I decided to do something easier to manage and something quicker. Let's rank all the 5 Cobra Kai seasons from my least favorite to my favorite. This is something I didn't really get to do after season 5 came out. I kind of like ranked the seasons, but I couldn't really do it for some reason. But yeah, by the way, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Film Stock because Film Stock has been doing Cobra Kai reaction on his channel, and I've been watching it, and yeah, so I'm here day 2, and yeah, so as I'm sorry guys, sorry about that. There's so much. I'm filming in my garage right now, by the way. But as I've been rewatching Cobra Kai along with Film Stock's reaction, and I've been having a different perspective of the ranking, and the ranking has been changing ever since. So yeah, without further ado, sorry guys. By the way, it's New Year's in my area now, so expecting a lot of noise. So yeah, without further ado, here's my ranking of all 5 Cobra Kai seasons from my least favorite to my favorite. Just let you know, all 5 seasons are masterpieces. They're all masterpieces. They're all pretty much near flawless. Some of them may have nitpicks, but yeah, I do have nitpicks for the show. But yeah, without further ado, if you want to know my ranking of all seasons, then just keep watching. At number 5, the weakest season, unpopular opinion, season 1. Now I know there are people who say that this is the best season because season 1 is season 1. Season 1 is the first season, and if you think that season 1 is the sorry for my noisy neighbors, by the way. But yeah, back to what I was saying. If you think that season 1 is the best season, I totally get it, because I think season 1 is I think it was only planned to have one season because this show was meant to have like the perspective of Cobra Kai, and it's supposed to be like told from the perspective of Johnny Lawrence. But with the success of the show, they decided to keep ongoing until like it became Miyagi-Do now. Johnny made his own dojo, and Cobra Kai is the villain. That's kind of why the show is called Cobra Kai, because of the season. The reason why I put season 1 as the weakest, because I think I don't remember much from it. Like I think it's like you watch the season and fall in love, but then when you watch the other seasons, I kind of like tend to forget what happened. Didn't care about episodes 2 and 3, maybe 4 as well. I hate the Kyler X Sam romance. It's just disgusting. It's gross. I hate Kyler. Like so many unlikable characters. Like I mean, this show is filled with unlikable characters because that's really what Cobra Kai is. It's like a show filled with likable characters, fighting like, and then you have bullies. Like if like this show tries to capture realism of teenagers and stuff, and teacher and students, like it tries to capture the realism of it, and that's one thing I love about Cobra Kai. And yes, it does get boring at times. But what I love about the season, I think this might be my favorite season 1 of any show. Yes, even over Stranger Things, because I mean, this show like accomplishes is that it is technically a legacy sequel to Karate Kid, and it honors it perfectly. I mean, we get to like see the perspective of Johnny Lawrence, like how he has a midlife crisis, like after years of like being losing to Johnny Lawrence and losing to Daniel LaRusso and being threatened. You got Miguel Diaz who was kind of annoying in the first episode. Like you thought, oh no, it's just gonna be annoying generic random kid that's I'm not gonna get into. But surprisingly, Miguel became like one of my favorite characters. In fact, maybe my favorite male character. I think Samantha Lewis is my favorite and Devon Lee. But yeah, season one is still fantastic. Either way, and yeah, this and also I think the standout like the best part about this is Miguel and Sam. Now I know I get that Sam is just a typical love interest here, and she doesn't really start. And it's in season two where Sam starts to join karate, but like I mean I still love Sam here. She's still my favorite character in this season. Even if she's just your typical love interest, I don't care. I love Sam, and I love the Miguel and Sam like. When it comes to the Miguel and Sam like bonding, that's when the show's this season's at its best. Episode 7 would be my favorite episode, and I think my least favorite is episode 2. Episode 2 is like, I mean, I get what episode's trying to do, like build on the relationship between Johnny and Miguel, but it's probably my least favorite episode of the whole show. I think the energy was just really low, and it just kind of drags. Like same goes for episode 3, like low energy. Episode 4, the energy is a little higher now, but a little higher now. Yeah, I mean, I think that the Kyler and Sam romance in that episode ruins it for me. But when it comes to when episode 5 is when the show's energy is at its best, and then it just continues with episode 6, episode 7, my favorite episode, and episode 10, the finale is great. I wish that the finale had more stakes to it. But of course, you got like episode 10. You got some like best stuff like Samantha Russo like actually like practicing her karate, like setting her up to join karate, Miyagi-Do, and of course, well the infamous John Kreese returning that got gave everyone chills. So yeah, season 1 is still a masterpiece. It's my least favorite, but it just gets better from there. Coming number 4 is season 4. Now I know season 4 is a fan favorite season, so I hate to put this low on the list. When I first saw season, and yeah, happy for 1 year anniversary to season 4. Yeah, I know it's really sad that that season 4 is bottom tier, but it's just when you compare it to season 2, 3, and especially 5. Well, yeah, this is just not as good. Yeah, I mean, I love season 4. I love that this season is more character driven. Season 3 had like the perfect setup to this. So we see like Daniel and Johnny working together to train, but then they have like the whole season. The whole season is basically character focused. Like, and that's why I love it. Daniel and Johnny. This season is about Daniel and Johnny trying to they'll set aside the differences and to be able to work together to train their kids for the next All Valley tournament. So, yeah, it took 2 seasons. It took like 2 seasons of waiting for this All Valley tournament, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But what makes this a little low on the list is that I don't know. I love this season. I probably my favorite show of last year, next to season 3, which I'll definitely talk about season 3. But I don't know. I mean, I love this. I love it. Like it's far better than season 1, honestly. Even though I love season 1's a masterpiece, this season's amazing. It's just not as good as the other 3 seasons that are ahead of it, but I still love the season. Maybe Kenny and Anthony storyline kind of like bugs us down a little bit, and it just kind of drags at times. It does drag at times. I don't really like the Kenny and Anthony subplot. Episode 2 is one of the weakest episodes of the show. I don't like episode 2. I don't like I don't really care about Kenny that much. Like I never liked Kenny to begin with. Like he's just a boy. I mean, I get what they're trying to do with Kenny, but I just don't like his character that much. Yeah, I mean, and out of all the newly introduced characters, he's probably the weakest of them all. Like, but hey, at least you got the far superior new character introduced in the season, definitely, which I adore. Definitely, she's tied with Samantha Russo as my favorite Cobra Kai character. I love her. I mean, I love Devon Lee's personality. She's like a mix of Johnny and and one of the kids. I think Dimitri. I love her tough attitude. In a way, she's kind of like the Max Mayfield of this show. I love her, and I'm glad we got to see more of her in the following seasons. Even if she barely had enough screen time, I don't care. I mean, she had like some of the, oh yeah, fireworks by the way, because it's New Year Day. But yeah, she had like some like great standouts. When like the scene when like she was in a debate and then she's like screw the courtroom and then rip her opponent's a bulk. That was badass, man. Definitely is a badass. And yeah, she could act. And I feel bad for Definitely for always losing. She could actually win in season 6. And I think I think there's potential for Devon Lee to to dethrone Samantha as my favorite character in season 6 if they nail her character 1,000,000%, which I hope they do. Make her. I'd love her to become my favorite character, but not yet ready. Just tied with Samantha. But the tournament is the best thing about this film, about this season. 2 seasons of waiting for the tournament after season 1, it was totally worth it. Like, this tournament is just freaking epic in every single way possible. And yeah, this like the stakes are raised super high. Like like they even split the finale into 2 parts. That's how much stakes are there. And I mean, I love Hawk versus Robbie Keane. This is Hawk and Robbie at their best. Like they have like perfect character development. They have perfect redemption arcs. But Samantha versus Tori is the best thing about the season by far. Like one of the best fight scenes. Not number one exactly, but I think Sam versus Tori is probably one of the greatest fight scenes. It just you really feel the suspense and stuff, and you really feel the suspense of them fighting. Also, I love Samantha Russo's hairstyle, looks in the tournament. It's probably her best looking like yet, and yeah, she's just so adorable with that the tournament look, and I just love this season. Oh yeah, and let's not forget how they introduced Terry Silver, aka the show's best villain. Well, in a way, Tori's kind of the best villain because Tori was a villain, but Tori's a better character. But as a villain, Terry Silver's better. Like he's ruthless. He literally stole Cobra Kai from John Kreese in the end. Like he put John Kreese in jail just to steal the tournament, just to steal the Cobra Kai from him, and even put John Kreese and even not cheated in the tournament, which was thankfully exposed in season 5. So yeah, that's how you write a villain there. Season 4. Hey, yeah, this was my favorite season, but just looking back, maybe I overhyped it. But yeah, happy first anniversary season 4. Moving on. Coming number 3 is season 2, aka the most underrated Cobra Kai season. Most people I know say this is the worst season of the show, and I get it and I don't get it at the same time. Like I think I kind of like season 2 and 4. I'll admit they're actually tied. They're kind of tied. Like they're both neck to neck as one another as the best. Yeah, just like Stranger Things season 4 and Cobra Kai season 5. Like this is another like instance where like a Cobra Kai season and a Stranger Things season like came out together at the same year. Like the only difference is that this in 2022 Stranger Things came out first before Cobra Kai, but in 2019 Cobra Kai season 2 came out before Stranger Things season 3, which yeah in 2018. Oh, and by the way, this actually came out before, like this legit came out in the same day as Endgame came out. Yeah, I am not joking. I saw release date April 25. Like this season came out in April 25, the same day as Endgame. I actually like this more than Endgame. I don't know why, but I think this is slightly better than Endgame. Yeah. But yeah, I have a huge soft spot for season 2. Season 2 is really underrated. I get that this at the time when like the show's in like as a lower budget because it's of YouTube's. It was still owned by YouTube Studios, but yeah, I mean I don't know why this season is so good, and I don't get the hate for this season. I mean this season pretty much further expands Cobra Kai like what we had in season 1. Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do's rivals. This still like has season 1 like with Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do being rivals. Like this still like has this is still in the perspective of season 1. Like the perspective of Cobra Kai and Johnny Lawrence, except that this season has John Kreese in it, who pretty much like makes Johnny realize that Cobra him like this season like is where Johnny changes. Like he becomes a good, like Johnny's technically an anti-hero, and this season like pretty much shows, like this season pretty much solidifies Johnny is not a villain. He's just an anti-hero. Yeah, because he wants Cobra Kai to yeah, he wants Cobra Kai to change. He wants Cobra Kai for the bear. But then John Kreese just gets in his way. They teach them how to fight dirty. That's this. I was saying this has the best character arc of John Kreese Um, and then we also see like more. We learn more from Robbie. We see Robbie in this, and Sam actually joined some karate for once. Like she becomes a fighter now after season one. I feel like the romance. I think what my nitpick I have with this season is the romances like Robbie and Samantha and Miguel and Sam. No, no, Robbie and Samantha and Miguel and Tori. It doesn't work for me that way. I mean, thankfully season four got that right with Miguel and Sam and Robbie and Tori. Now that's two couples I buy in. But yeah, I mean, but as characters as individual characters, I love them. I love the introduction of Tori. Like, I mean, before Terry Silver came out, she's technically my favorite Cobra Kai villain. But but she's the best Cobra Kai villain next to Terry Silver. She's just so ruthless, and I love Peyton List. Peyton List is the most popular Cobra Kai character, like actress, and I can see why. She's just really hot and really ruthless. Yeah, Miguel is the champion, and then Tori's like, oh, I want to challenge him because I want to challenge him because she's the strongest. I mean, and I love the whole rivalry between Sam and Tori, even if they did get together in the end. I love Tori, like, when it comes to character writing, one of the best written characters of the show. And, yeah, and there's like so many like enjoyable moments, so many like great action scenes as well. One of the best action of the show. And the finale, like the school brawl of this, oh my god, what an epic finale. And yes, I do prefer the season 3, 4, and 5 finale slightly better, but the season 2 finale, like, I was like shocked at like how they did, like, you know, with the whole school brawl, like seeing them fight, and yeah, I love that. Yeah, so yeah, really dug this season. Yeah, the school brawl, and I think the reason why it's not one of my favorites is because of the way it ended, like in a very sad note, like you know, like the way it ended, but you know, it's really dark as well. So yeah, season two, like, deserves more credit. Coming number two is season three. Yeah, funny story. When I first saw this Cobra Kai, season three was my least favorite season. But season three is probably the most dramatic season. It's the slowest paced season. Like, I kind of find it a bit boring, but the more I watch it, the more I like this season continues to grow on me. Like, yeah, I think I talked about the season, and I talked about this season. Oh yeah, numbers two and number one. I'll probably talk about them the least because I've talked about them like more than the other three seasons. But yeah, I love season three. Like the looking back at this actually turned out to be the best season, like the second best season. Like, because this is probably the one season. This is the one season that got nominated for an Emmy for outstanding drama show, and you can totally see why. This is the most serious and the most dramatic show ever, because because of how season two ended. Because of how season two ended, season three had to be dark and grim, and it takes itself a little more seriously. I mean, this show has a lot of redemption to do after like the season two events, finale events, like Miguel recovering from his coma. We got to learn more about Tori and her development and why she's a villain, why she does what he does, and that's what he does. I mean, the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do beef continues to grow, even if Amanda tells Daniel, please no more karate. Like Johnny Lawrence is in his lowest of lows, and he must he works his way to get back up. And then we got Robin in prison trying to redeem himself. But I mean, this is pretty much but only for Robbie to actually like turn fully to the dark side. When Robbie like pushed Miguel off, like that's like how Robbie became a villain. And this season like pretty much turns like this season is like kind of like in a way the Revenge of the Sith of Cobra Kai. But I think one big thing that makes season three like top tier is putting Samantha LaRusso as the main character. Yeah, in my point of view, you probably might disagree with me, but in my point of view, I think Samantha LaRusso is the main character in this season, and that's probably why I love season three. Yeah, sure, people may say that this is Samantha LaRusso at her most annoying because she's always like so tough and she like always likes to stand up against Cobra Kai, but that's what I love about her. she never annoyed me, and yes, I will never understand the hate for Sam. She likes to stand up against Cobra Kai. She pretty much leads the Miyagi-Do to fight against to fight against Cobra Kai. And even if I mean even if she really like goes like she goes in her way to like sometimes she goes too far. Like there's a deleted scene with Sam like harassing Hawk, but thankfully it was deleted. But I love Sam in this, and even like her development, like you know sometimes she can be like I think this is Sam at her best when it comes to the character development, and like you know I really rooted for Sam all the way, and yeah and also the finale in this, yeah, I reviewed the finale, and so yeah, the finale is probably like the best Christmas themed episode of any show I've seen. And I'll just say it's basically like the season 2 finale all over again, except that it actually does have a happy ending. And yeah, it did make me tear up. Like seeing them, our characters finally make amends. But um, but yeah, it could have been number one, but you know, honestly, it's not even close. But to be honest, it's not even close to my number one. And my number one favorite Cobra Kai episode is, and my number one favorite Cobra Kai season is season 5. No other seasons of Cobra Kai come close to this masterpiece of a season. This is everything you love about Cobra Kai more. This is actually very different from your usual Cobra Kai, and I love it. Like this season, it is I get why people hate this season. It's basically just you know because there's not much character. That's why I hear complaints about. But that's the point. I mean, it tackles the character like personal lives more, but at the same time, it does like have a karate. And yeah, this season is very unpredictable as well. Like just like the previous season and like pretty much the show itself. But this season pretty much has more action than ever. It has more like you know more brutal like actions, more you know more. I mean, the finale is really gory. More you know everything. This has more everything and yeah, I mean Terry Silver is full on evil. I love where the characters have gone. You know, like Miguel, Sam, Tori, who is probably the best developed, and honestly, definitely this might be my favorite character of the season. I don't know why, but definitely is my favorite. Like you know her, joining Cobra Kai, but then like quickly realizing Cobra Kai sucks more than any other students. Yeah, definitely is my favorite. And if she actually continues to shine in season 6, like what I said, she could actually be my favorite character in Cobra Kai. So yeah, season 5, I don't want to say much about it. I did a full review of it. Y'all know what is my favorite season. Cobra Kai season 5 is the number 1 best Cobra Kai season of all time. So also for my Cobra Kai season ranking, that was a lot of fun. That was much better than I previously did with my top 10 favorite characters. What is your favorite season of Cobra Kai? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my thoughts in 2022 video. And also, by the way, I was originally planning to. Oh wait, no, never mind. Screw that. So yeah, bye guys.